Oh yeah, just very quickly, while I'm still bunged up on my medicines, getting a lot of requests coming through for how do I sell my business for $1 million? Maybe you're at that stage, maybe you're not at that stage for exiting your business right now. But a quick overview and a blueprint overview of how the whole process works is very simply $20,000 to $30,000 net profit a month for the last 6 to 9 months. That's what you need to be aiming for as a consistency level. Aggregators, buyers, investors, what they're looking for is the most recent, larger period of time. There's no point showing really high sales over the last 3 months. That just shows that you're a seasonal product or maybe a one-trick pony, and you don't want to be giving that impression. So you want to be showing consistency over 6 to 9 months over an accounting cycle over the last, say, 2 years, 3 years. Fantastic growth is over the last, say, 3 years, where you may have started off with $2,000-3,000 a month profit, working up to 5,000, working up to 10,000, and now you're at between 20 to 30,000. So 20 to 30,000 net profit a month over the last 6 to 9 months. How many SKUs? One SKU, yep, fine, but 3 to 5 SKUs is what buyers tend to look for. Why? Because it shows a brand. Obviously, you've got your trademarks and your brand registry in place. That goes without saying. You just can't move forward without that. But 3 to 5 SKUs is where you should be aiming for. Marketplaces, aim for 2+ marketplaces. So you've got Amazon, obviously, and then you've got eBay, Walmart. If you're in Europe, C Discount. You've got Lazada. You've got Mercado Libre, etc., etc. But try and be in multiple places. Why? This shows your brand strength. It shows power of your brand. Website, absolutely. You need your domain website. It needs to have all of the key things involved. You got your SSL. You got your hosting, mobile responsive. These things add to your brand identity. Yes, you can sell without a website. I'm not saying that you can't sell without a website, but why wouldn't you build a brand presence? Add to your value of your brand. Email list. Aim for about 10 to 15,000 email list. More is great. 20k-ish on the social following. ACOS advertising floating around the 20-25% mark, which is a good place to be. eBay advertising around 30% if you're on there. Facebook, Google advertising 30-35%. Whether you're in the UK for a limited company or in the US, LLC, corporation, organization, have an official company, because you're going to be selling either your company or the listings which are currently owned by a company. So make sure your track record, your accounting cycles, they're all up to date. Net profit margins for the products, aim for 20 to 35%. So that gives the future buyer something to play with and something to grow on. Refunds, big no-no. Make sure your refund levels are low. Higher refunds means your product's flawed, your service is flawed, your process is flawed. So you don't want to be in that boat. Reviews. More reviews, the most reviews you can get, the better. It shows credibility, so strength. You need to have at least 80%-ish in the 4-5 star. Competition, I wouldn't worry about competition. Competition only shows the strength of your category. But you being ahead of the competition, that's where the magic is. And you must remember, they're not buying because of your love and your passion and your sweat and your tears. Sorry, but that's, the buyers are buying for a profit. What are they going to do with your business? They're going to add it to their brand range. They're going to add it to their portfolio for another 18 months, 24 months. And then they're going to ship it off. They're going to sell it again. They're going to flip it again. You need to understand that they're buying because they can see some value. They can see an opportunity to grow it and scale it even further. And then they're going to do the same thing again. The process. The process of this really is, obviously you're selling. So now you're going to connect WhatSales. What does WhatSales do? Number one, it will tell you your profitability. And number two, in the background, will create your valuation listing, will create your profile. We'll get all of the data together and put it all into a nice sheet so it's understandable, digestible. And the buyers, whoever they may be, they'll start looking through that and start monitoring it. Obviously, it's hidden and it's all permission based. So we can only show the actual data once you authorize. In 2021, we're launching the seller badges and the whole valuation cycle stuff. That's a key thing to look out for. Why is that important for valuations and exits? Because the more and more we're partnering with aggregators and buyers and investors, they're asking us, what level seller are these? Is this individual? What level seller are you? What does WhatSales do? WhatSales will, using our smart engine, the AI over the next 3 to 6 months will guide you, nudge you, push you in the direction where you need to be. So if your ACOS is too high, it will nudge you and say, wait, your ACOS is too high, or your ACOS is fantastic, or you need to be considering another marketplace, or you need to increase your email list. So we'll push you in that direction. Should I be speaking to lots and lots of aggregators if I want to sell my business now? Absolutely not. One of the biggest mistakes people do right now when they're considering exiting their business is they're talking to everybody and anybody. Why would you, for example, if you're selling toys, speak to a sportswear aggregator? You need to know who the right aggregator is rather than any aggregator, buyer, investor, and what they're looking for. That's where WhatSales comes in. Can I sell my listing? We've just covered that. How do we negotiate with buyers? We start at plus 30%. So, for example, if it's a $1 million listing and collectively, us and you, we've got together and we've said, okay, your business is worth currently about a million right now. We start at 1.3 and we start negotiating down from there. What kind of deal do we get? We always push for an equity deal first. Now, what does that mean? You see, there's one total sale. In the total sale, you will pick up your business and you will hand it over. And they'll give you a check, they'll transfer the money in your account, and that's it, done deal. But then there is an equity deal where you, as the seller, retain 2, 5, 10% of the business as an advisor. You're on salary or you get paid dividends. And the whole point of that is because you are the most experienced person for your product. Now, that helps the buyer because they have an expert pair of hands. And when it comes time to further scale or further sell the business, then you get rewarded for it. So it's a win-win situation and it's the best situation to be in. And we always push for that first. Sometimes it's not always possible, different buyers, different requirements, but it's where you need to be. What does WhatSales do? We tell you how much you're really making and how much realistically your business could sell for. I mean, there's one thing having a pipe dream and there's another thing having realistic factual data in front of you. We get the factual data and we'll tell you, seller, your business is worth around about 500,000, not a million. But you're on the right track. And for you to be at that million point, you need to be doing X, Y, Z, A, B, C. Are you a guru? No, I'm not a guru. I just love business. I love the profit data side of business. I love e-commerce. I used to be a seller, and I was a pretty damn good seller as well. But my backstory is different. I was just sick and tired of recruiting people just to tell me what's the sales, what's the inventory, and from there, what's the sales turned into what sales, and the rest is history. And now what do? I help sellers like you sell more, achieve more, be more. And then when you exit, that's where we make the money. That's where we take the slice of the pie for a commission, which is fantastic. And all we do in between is charge you a subscription for WhatSales. I hope that clarifies everything for this very quick, very rough overview on how to exit your business for $1 million and what to do and what not to do. Any other questions, please feel free, hello@whatsales.io, or search WhatSales on any social media channel and you can reach us. Take care. Bye.